Dal is the backbone to most Indian cuisines. Whether you're from the south or north, whether you like to have sambar or you like Tooar Dal, you must have it at least once a day or once every 2-3 days. Today I will share with you a Sindhi Khatti Dal. Khatti Dal is made with Tooar Dal and flavored with regular spices and onion tomatoes, but the unique thing is they are flavored with 3 types of souring agents: tomatoes, kokum and tamarind. The ingredients that we require to make Khatti Dal are Tooar Dal. Now here's Tooar Dal. What I have done is I've taken it and I've soaked it in water for about half an hour, and then I pressure cooked it with half a teaspoon of turmeric for about 2 to 3 whistles. When the pressure falls, just open the lid and then using an egg beater or a masher, make sure you nicely blend this. Okay? It should be as smooth as possible. Next we'll require about 2 to 3 tablespoons of onions that have been finely minced, coriander for garnish, curry leaves for the tadka, 1 teaspoon of whole jeera seeds or cumin seeds, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 2 to 3 green chilies, 1 tablespoon ghee, rye or mustard seeds, again 1 teaspoon, turmeric half a teaspoon, tomatoes about 1/4 of a cup. Now this is called Khatti Dal. So what it means is it's going to be a sour dal. There are 3 types of souring agents that are used to make this dal. One is the regular tomatoes. Make sure you use nice red ripe ones so they have a little bit of sourness to it. Next there's tamarind pulp. We use about a teaspoon of this. And finally kokum, we have about 4 to 5 pieces. Now this gives a unique blend of sour flavor that makes this dal so interesting. Let's get started to make this absolutely delicious dal. Make sure your pan is on high, and next we're going to take ghee and add it to the pan. Now dal always tastes good when the tadka is made with ghee. It adds a real dimension and flavor. But if you are calorie conscious, you could just use 1 or 2 teaspoons of canola oil or any oil like vegetable that you prefer. So just let it melt. And next we're going to add cumin seeds or jeera, rye or mustard seeds, and we're going to give it just a minute or 2 to sputter. Next we're going to add curry leaves, green chilies, let it cook for just a minute. Now I'm going to add the onions, now we don't add ginger or garlic to this dal, but if you like it you could always add, because the main flavor in this dish is the sourness that comes from the tomatoes and kokum. So just let this saute for just a minute. Next go in the salt, turmeric powder, red chili powder, stir it. And now we're going to add the tomatoes. Now I have grated the tomatoes. You could chop them, but I find that grating gives a much better flavor. Now we'll allow this to cook for a minute or 2 until the tomatoes become pulpy. The tomatoes are now pulpy and the raw flavor has, or rather aroma, has disappeared. And so we're going to add the tamarind pulp and the kokum. Mix it in, and I'm going to add a little water to help the tamarind and the kokum release some of its sour flavor. So we let this come to a boil and cook it for just about a minute or 2. Slowly simmer. What we're doing is we are adding the flavor, the sour flavor to this dish, which is what the key ingredient of this dal is. So just let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes until all the flavors marry. This is boiled well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the dal. Now after you add the dal, it's essential to simmer this for about 5 to 8 minutes minimum, so that all the flavors have a chance to develop and make a very interesting taste or flavor to this dal. So just put a little bit more water, and then I'm going to put this lid and let this simmer on low for about 8 to 10 minutes. Our dal has been simmering away on a low flame and the fragrance is absolutely amazing. I'm going to turn off the flame and I'm going to give it a little taste test to make sure all the seasonings are all right. Perfect. and it's nice and sour. It has that kick from the tamarind and the kokum and a beautiful smooth tomato flavor. Now serve it with rice, papad, and normally in a Sindhi household they will also add tuk, which is basically a twice fried vegetable, any kind, usually potato or sweet potatoes, ghee and a salad.